Hey everybody, it's your girl Nothing's Impossible 77 straight out of Brooklyn, and I'm just coming through to say TGIF. Of course, today's Friday, January 31st, and it's just so many things that's been running through my mind lately. First of all, I went to the doctor today, and I had my follow-up. I haven't been out of my home since I came from the hospital, so it was the first time really hitting the road and seeing my doctor. And he was like, the administration from Methodist called me and told me about your video. And he said, what was on Twitter? Was it on YouTube? I was like, let them tell you they called you, because they sure didn't call me. So it is what it is. And just had a lot of conversations with people lately about life and different things. And something came across my mind because if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, sometimes I post little things. I post a lot of things on Instagram and a lot of things on Facebook, but I don't necessarily post them simultaneously, and sometimes I do. One of the things I posted said something about I'm not the same person I was last year, last month, or a week ago. Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. And basically, what it's saying is that I grow, life goes on, we don't remain the same. But one thing I have noticed about myself, guys, is that I've really changed a lot. And, it's for the better. And I still have a long way to go. However, there's so many things that I used to be able to tolerate. There's so many things that I can't, that I won't deal with anymore. If it's not something that's going to stimulate my mind or help me to grow, or be something of a productive nature, or if I'm not going to walk away with something substantially beneficial, and it doesn't have to be dollars and cents beneficial, it could just be mentally stimulating beneficial, or something that is worth my time, I'm not doing it. My time has become so much more valuable to me. And one of the things that I do realize looking back in retrospect is that I used to waste a lot of time on things, on people, and on situations. And I don't do that anymore because I realize this time that is given to us is very precious and it's very valuable. It's so funny. What really sparked this with me today was I was in the doctor's office waiting to be seen. And they were watching something on the Idiot Box, and that's what I call television right now. It's the Idiot Box. Now, even an idiot speaks makes sense sometimes, just like the Idiot Box. But I find no interest in any of that nonsense of the court TV shows and the drama and the DNA tests and the Maury. I have no time for it. Now, I'm not going to judge you if you do, and just don't judge me because I don't. I just want to do, maybe I'm getting old, guys. Maybe it's that time of life where you cross over. Because there was a time, honey, when I could watch me some Jerry Springer and all of that, but And to be honest with you, that was very short-lived, because Jerry Springer and all that crap, it was entertaining, if anything. But my time is too valuable. It's too valuable for nonsense. So, the question that came to my mind was, how do you know when you've grown? How do you know when you've changed? How will you know if you're growing or if you're changing? And I think one of the answers to that question is you will notice that the same people that may have been around you for years, you can't stand being around them for 5 or 10 minutes because you want to leave that back there somewhere. You don't have time for it anymore. Sometimes I find myself talking to people and I just am drifting away into space, and they're like, are you listening? And I'm like, So basically, when you start to grow and you realize that your mind has expanded, your life becomes more, it's not that it becomes more valuable, because life is always valuable, but you start to value your life and your time much more. The one thing that I realized that I can't do. That's why I don't look back over things that have already happened. And that's why I always say the milk that is spilled is sour. Is I'm very mindful of the fact that I cannot get back the time that I've already spent. I can't undo the things that were already done. However, what I can do for sure is make sure moving forward that the time is more structured and more well spent, if that makes any sense to you guys. How do you know when you've grown? How do you know when you know you've outgrown things and people and places? And you know by the feeling that you have when you're around them. If you find yourself being around people and you just can't wait to get away from them, you know, and not in a bad way, not that they're bad, but you just don't have time for it. It's like, this, I could be doing something else. You know that old commercial, wow, I could have had a V8 type of feeling. It's like, the conversation is not intriguing to you. You might, you know, you want to broaden your horizons. You want bigger and better things to be on your you know, on your agenda or your list of things. So you know by how you feel. And I thank God for where He's brought me from. You know, I want to close this video out by saying to anyone out there that may be in a bad place or a bad situation right now, and you just can't see your way clear, and you don't know how things are going to change. And every time you look at a situation in your life, it's just looking to you like, how will I get through this? Well, let me just tell you that I've been there. When the situation looks so big and it looks so, you know, enormous, that I just didn't think that I would be able to get through. And it was just so many things at one time. It was like a conglomeration of mess in my life. And you know, I can look back today and say, wow, by God's grace, I got through each and every one of them. And I'm in a much better place. And the truth of the matter is, you have to take your focus off of the things, because they will look ginormous to you. They will look enormous. They will look outrageously undoable to you. But you put your focus on God. That's what I did. I don't know what you would put your focus on, but I put my focus on God, and I started to pray. And little by little, my mountains came tumbling down. And this is not to say I don't have mountains any longer, but they're more so looking like molehills to me, when years ago they looked like mountains, if you can understand what I'm saying. Even with my health, you know, the beautiful thing that has come out of all of this that I've gone, the beautiful thing that has come out of all of this that I'm going through with my health, is that I'm caring for myself more. And in all honesty and fairness, a lot of the things that happened to me could have been prevented had I taken or paid closer attention to taking care of me. So let that be a feather in a cap for some of you today. What are you doing that may down the line, you know, in the near future or in the far future, affect you adversely with your health? See, the funny thing about life, when we do things and when we're messing up and when we don't care and when we're carefree and we just do what we want, is we don't think about the thereafter. We think about the here and now. We want to know what we could do now, how we could feel good now. We don't care. Just go ahead and pollute your body and smoke cigarettes and drink liquor and do all of that. Who cares? Just go ahead and have toxic relationships and just go ahead and don't save your money and just go ahead and, you know, keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And then one day life will punch you right in the middle of your forehead, and you will have no choice but to deal with it. So the wise person is the person that says, you know what? Let me prepare for now, so tomorrow I'll be okay. Even bears make preparation for hibernation, so that when they're not able to be out and about, they have food and they have stuff for the winter months. I guess except some of them crazy behind bears that be breaking down people's doors because they were careless. Maybe they got a few careless bears too, I don't know. But the preparation, it's preparation. Preparation meets opportunity. And when they come together, you know, in unity, it equals success. And on the flip side of that, your lack of preparation does not make things an emergency on my part. And many of us, including myself, I used to be dealing on a, you know, everyday level of what it is today. Everything was an emergency every day. No, that's careless living. That's it. That's irresponsibility. And then you run into people that don't understand your type of living, and then you want to be upset because they don't understand you. No, we have to get ourselves together, and then we attract what See, the thing is, the reason the people that we are normally around become unattractive to us, and is because we no longer think the way we used to think, and now we see how careless we used to be. And the truth of the matter is, they might very well remind us of what we used to be, and we don't want that. We don't want that reminder. So how do you know when you're growing? You know by the feeling that you have when you're around people that you used to be around that still think the way you used to think, and you no longer think that way anymore. So you don't feel comfortable. Get uncomfortable. It's a good thing to be uncomfortable. You ever have on a pair of shoes that hurt your feet? And you have a long way to go, and you didn't bring any shoes to change, and you just can't wait to get home and take them daggone shoes off. That's the kind of discomfort you need in life sometimes. You can't wait to shake the situation off of you. You can't wait to shake it loose. That's what I felt like coming by and saying today. I find myself having to deal with so many situations back to back these days. It's like I'm cleaning up all the mess that I made over the years, but it's okay because I've got a broom and I've got a dustpan. And we're going to sweep that mess up, because it is such a beautiful feeling to get yourself together. And I'm here to tell you, it can be done. I am living proof. I love each and every one of you. Child, I was on Facebook. Y'all need to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, because I've been singing, honey. I've been singing on Facebook and Instagram. And I will close with my little song that I sang on Facebook for those of you that have not subscribed. I'm going to put the link for Facebook down in the description box, okay? It's, why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Oh! She cut the song short, y'all. We got to go.
Hi.
Well, now it's say goodbye to the beautiful.
Out.
Peace and love, guys. Later.
Later.